We're ready. Our oil's ready. I decided to try it in a wok after someone in a forum I'm in suggested it. And our temperature, we're up to almost 375, and that's just what we wanted at. I'm putting in a couple of pieces of oil and putting a couple pieces of carrot into the oil. And I have my setup here. I have my dough, and I have a rack, because if you put your fried product right onto paper towels, it sort of just sits in the oil and re-soaks. So if you put it on a rack, it falls through and it's nice and crisp. And I have my tongs, so we're going to go back to the oil. Now, the sfenj rose a lot. I put a piece of tape to show where it started. That was the top of where it was after I mixed it. And it's gone all the way up to there. So it rose nice and high. And this is gluten-free dough, and you can check out my recipe on www.theglutenfreemaven.com. I used King Arthur all-purpose cup-for-cup flour, and I'm using the method of 2 spoons. Now, the sfenj is normally like a very rough-edged batter, in the sense that it's not perfectly cut with cookie cutter or biscuit cutters like American style Easter and donuts. And the wheat batter normally is liquidy with some like pullback. I don't know how to describe it. It's like if you pulled it, it would sort of have strands attached, but be thinner like a pancake batter. So the gluten-free version came out a little bit thicker, but I'm really pleased with how it rose. We have the gluten-free all-purpose flour with xanthan gum, salt, sugar, yeast, and my secret ingredient was some seltzer to give it a little more of what I call the fluff factor that you often miss out on with yeast, with the gluten-free doughs. And it's also egg-free. One of my children also has an egg allergy. Can we get the camera over here?
It is.
They're rising really nice. They're really more of like a buñuelo shape, like a round shape. Traditional sfenj has a hole in the middle. Maybe next I'll do that. And don't crowd, you're gonna have to do it in batches. Since my kitchen is sort of in a U shape, I have to transport it, so I use a plate with a paper towel to sort of safely transport it over to my rack. And once the grease comes off a little bit before serving, I have confectioner's sugar and some cinnamon, and you can use granulated sugar as well. My kids like putting some melted chocolate on top, and the traditional Moroccan Sfenj has some honey dribbled on top, and it's really delicious. It's really a once-a-year treat. And interesting enough, in Sicily, they also make sfinj, I think they call it, as a treat for this time of year, because traditionally Catholics would fast. In other words, when they say fast, for the month before their holiday, they would have no fat or meat, and this would be sort of like breaking that and celebrating with a fried food. They look really, really nice. I'm just going to give it like another minute. You have to never walk away when you're frying. Always stay in the area and keep an eye on it. And please, please protect your eyes and skin. Yeah. Okay, so I'm taking that out, and I'm going to be moving it over to the rack. And they look gorgeous. I'm absolutely thrilled with how they came out. And you can put a little bit of citrus rind in it or cinnamon for flavor. And this one I flavored with vanilla extract. Thank you, and have a freilichen Hanukkah.